Hello, Papa 27 here from Folder 5 Paranormal. My boss, my old man Jacob, and I were just discussing the Ouija board. Now, Jacob, on the show he's been doing, the paranormal investigation TV series he's been doing for a number of seasons, at the very beginning, he told the boss of that show, Paul, he told him, put me in the scariest attic, put me in the darkest basement all by myself. I'm fine. I've got a very thick skin. But the one thing he didn't want to mess around with was the Ouija board. He'd seen a lot of videos, with unpleasant and frankly dangerous, unsettling things happening. We all know The Exorcist, right? That's how it all started, right? She was Captain Howdy and all that. But there came a point where Jacob realized that, for one, if he's going to be a person on a television show doing the paranormal investigating, he really has to do everything. And secondly, he would never know if it truly worked unless he tried it himself and with someone who he trusted implicitly not to mess around with it. In his second season, he and fellow investigator Ryan Sprague, world famous ufologist, decided they'd give it a whirl. And after about 10 minutes of it doing nothing, it began to work. Now, Jacob, my old man, he's primarily an actor. Paranormal investigation was kind of a hobby that became a secondary profession. But there was something he was taught back in theater school called Alexander technique, which is a method of if you visualize a physical motion, sometimes your body will do it without you meaning to. For example, many people, can tie a key to the end of a string, and if you visualize it going counterclockwise, it will do that. If you visualize it the opposite, it'll do that, back and forth, straight back and forth in a line. And what's happening is there's a something called micro movements, where they're so minuscule you can't even see it. So Jacob thought that perhaps that could affect the use of the Ouija board. So as an experiment, what he did is, and what he does whenever he uses the Ouija board, is he always visualizes it going towards yes. So if it goes anywhere else, he's pretty sure it's not micro movements. Now, what we were discussing is the idea that many people think that it's a exclusively dangerous tool that will only summon demons, open portals for evil, unseen beings to come in, to attach themselves to you, do all the bad stuff. Now, after a number of seasons, Jacob using the Ouija board, he's kind of come up with a method of detaching himself emotionally from the process and using it just like a tool, just like the SLS, just like the REM pod, just like the recorder, the spirit box, and not defining it as something that will open up the doorways to hell and evil and demons, but instead just another means of communicating with the unseen. And, knock on wood for him, everything's gone fine. Although, and I've just borrowed this from him, but he does wear a St. Benedict cross now, just better safe than sorry, right? But anyway, I'm just curious, and so is Jacob, my old man, as to what your thoughts are on the Ouija board. Now, do you think that it can be used in a safe way? Do you think it's purely evil? We're very curious to know what our esteemed members of the paranormal community think about this. It might help the old man, in his future investigations. Anyway, love you, and the power of Christ compels you.